Today we're going to be playing the brand new Pokemon Fusion ROM hack, Pokemon Pseudo Red. The game features over 200 fusion Pokemon from generations 1 through 7, physical special split and increased difficulty, some custom mapping here and there on every single route, and today we're going to be playing the game for 50 hours. Now by the end of this video it is going to say 68 hours, so I have kind of survived it, but I got really into it, you know? But we only need to do a couple of things, and that's complete the main story, which we all know is completing the Pokemon Gym Challenge and beating the Elite Four and becoming the champion, completing the Pokedex 100%, and lastly, capturing Mewtwo. In the comment section below, let me know what is your favorite fusion Pokemon in this video. All you gotta do is leave a time frame and then this one. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon content, grab a snack, and let's get into the video. The game starts off like any other Pokemon game with Professor Oak introducing us to the world of Pokemon. And obviously I go with the boy and name myself Nick, because that's, that's my name. Once I spawn into the world, I immediately go to the PC, and guess what? Instead of a potion, it's an experience share inside the PC, which is definitely so cool. Now, do I wish it was an experience all? You know me, of course, but I'm gonna let it slide for this one. Now, obviously, this is a Pokemon Fire Red fusion ROM hack, so the starter Pokemon are fusions as well. Everybody say hello to Bulbatar, a fusion between Bulbasaur and Larvitar, Squirtum, which is a fusion between Squirtle and Beldum, and last but not least, Charamino, which is a fusion of Dino and Charmander. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna go with Charamino because obviously who wouldn't want a Charizard and a Hydreigon put together? But also out of all these three, to me, this one just looks the best. You can let me know which one you like in the comment section below. Maybe I'm tripping, you never know. But of course, because I chose the fire type Pokemon, my rival chooses the water type Pokemon, Squirtum. Now, after putting belt to ass, like normally, I go ahead and go pick up Oak's parcel. Come on, it's regular fire red stuff. And once we get our Pokeballs, now we can finally start catching Pokemon on these routes. Okay, so now that all the introduction stuff that we all know and love is done, it's time to go on a catching spree. We hit up Route 1 to go and catch Ramtata, Caterpip, Doof Jr., Keydot, and then we pick up an extra experience share before we go into the next route, which, by the way, 2 experience shares, why not just give us the experience all? What's going on? But anyway, once we get to Viridian City, they actually gave us the old rod early. And so with that, I was able to get Magikarp, which is Magikarp and Skrelp put together, obviously. So Water Poison is where this is gonna go. And when I was about to leave, I found this little passageway that had a Celebi in the corner, but I couldn't access it because of Surf. But I was able to catch Pokemon like Grubnub and Nidobaby. And then after that, I go to Route 22 and catch Numkey and Spirit, which I'm gonna be honest, Spirit is kind of ugly. And once we get into Viridian Forest, bruh, oh my goodness, there are so many Pokemon to catch, bruh. Pokemon like Veneto, Skipod, Grubnub is in here also, of course. And we battle a trainer that shows us Venadrill, the last evolution for the Weedle line, and it's kind of cold. We then get to Pewter City, which now has grass in it, which means wild Pokemon do appear, and only one showed up for me, unfortunately, and that was Omolol, this ugly, that thing is hideous. Now, I actually ran out of Pokeballs trying to catch this thing, and so I went to the Pokemart to go buy some, which is how I found out they have another NPC in there that sells you rare candies, heart scales, and tiny mushrooms, all for the low. I'm talking about, man, 100 Pokedollars. Are we serious? That's a steal. Now, this game did something different, and they completely removed the Pokemon gym building and made the gym the museum in the game, which is a very interesting design choice. I guess I understand why they would do that, but I mean, it is what it is, bruh. But I went ahead and I fought the trainer that is in Brock's gym and ended up finding Geosis, Tentaleep, and last but not least, Sandarak, which doesn't look too bad, honestly. After that, I ended up buying some more rare candies because I realized we're gonna be having to fight Brock in his level 15 ace. But I didn't want to over level past level 15, so I made sure everybody was like 15 and under. But while I was playing, I also realized that I'm not gonna be able to use all of these fusion Pokemon, so having the rare candies set that low would just make completing the Pokedex a lot more easier because most of the evolutions are just based on levels anyway. And so I decided that as we continue on our adventure, I'm going to be evolving all the Pokemon in the PC. That way I can have more Pokemon to choose from and I don't have to waste time spamming A, you know? Now, after what felt like forever leveling up those Pokemon, it's time to go ahead and challenge Brock. Now, just like in a normal game, Brock ends up sending out his Geodude, but in this game, obviously he sends out Geosis, which is level 12. I made the mistake and had Numkey come out out first, so I had to switch out immediately. I go into Charmino, who is Fire Dark, and so obviously his confusion wouldn't touch me at all, and go straight for the bite to just one-shot this thing. Now in this game, Brock has more than 2 Pokemon, so now not only is it Geosis, but it's Tentaleep as well. Wasn't nothing I couldn't just Metal Claw my way through, and so he sends out his next Pokemon, which is Goldos, which is a very interesting Pokemon fusion. I don't know where the idea for this came from, or where, like, who was high when they made this damn Pokemon? But anyway, 2 Karate Chops from Numkey and that thing is gone. And now finally, he sends out his Slonix, which is a Slugma and an Onix put together, obviously, come on. Which thankfully it's nothing too crazy. It was just 2 low kicks and he's out of here. And there you go, we have our first gym badge. And we gotta get the running shoes as well. Which, by the way, if you, interesting design choice that, random YouTuber just came up with, but I think you should give the running shoes in the beginning of the game instead of giving 2 experience shares. That's just my idea. Now on our way to Mount Moon, we actually can catch a whole bunch of Pokemon, but before that, we end up battling this girl who normally has a Jigglypuff in the regular game, but has a Pokemon called Jigtoy, which you can tell which Pokemon they're a fusion of. And I just like this design. It's like really simple, but I like it. I don't know. And this girl also has a fusion of Cyndaquil and Meryl called Cinderblue, which I cannot wait to catch. Spoiler alert, I don't end up using this Pokemon. It's actually not that good. Oh yeah, and she has one of the best fusion Pokemon in this game, Tedkey, which is obviously, come on. After that, I catch Minsiblu, Nidodile, and Jigtoy. Oh, and Meoink. Now, I thought this game was gonna have a different Pokemon to give you that wasn't the Magikarp, seeing as they gave you the Old Rod in the game early, but no, you can still buy the Magikarp for like 500 Poké for some reason. But anyway, into Mount Moon we go. Now, Mount Moon has a ton of Pokemon to catch, but obviously you can catch Sanderac up in here, Bondslamite, which looks really cool, Hippo Tongue, which doesn't look that bad. I think this could actually pass as a real Pokemon, low-key. I battled a couple of trainers, and I also found Whale Fairy, which is Clefairy and Whelmer put together, and I actually like this form a lot. I think it looks really cool. The horns look kind of weird though, but it's okay. I also catch my own Geosis, which I'm not gonna use, but it's cool to have it. And now for the most ugliest Pokemon in this game, well, one of them actually. Parabrawler. Now, unfortunately, just like any other Pokemon Fire Red game, Team Rocket doesn't really have anything new to show us in this cave, which does suck because I kind of would like to find something new. And so after battling the dude, I ended up catching Zupinch, which should be all the new Pokemon in this cave. That's not Whale Fairy, which I do catch not even 2 seconds afterwards. I'm already starting to get over Mount Moon, so thankfully, as soon as I get to the fossil guy, I get my 2 Moonstones and I just go ahead and battle him. But before that, I go and evolve my 2 Nido evolutions, and Floor Queen looks amazing, and Corcorino looks exactly how you think it would look. It's literally just Nidoking with Crocodile's face. It's cool. Also, the guy that's defending the fossils, this guy has a Sand Grimer, and I don't know where the hell you got this thing from, but I want it now. And he also had a Kaffa Seed. Yo, this thing looks cool. And Volton, but like, I don't care for either one of them, And so as I'm walking to Cerulean City, I see a girl NPC with a ton of legendary Pokemon sprites. Now, I found out these are really just regular NPCs, and these overworld sprites are sprites you can find in the overworld like later in the game when you get more access to like HMs and whatnot. But having them just sitting here doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand what the whole purpose of this is at all. But anyway, I end up catching Amoricans and Hootium. And now we've made it to Cerulean City. Now, before we get to go and battle Misty, I went ahead and I wanted to clear out all the stuff in the northern part of Cerulean first, and so that means I have to do the rival battle. Who has the evolved form of P-Dot, Pidgeleaf, which looks okay. Squirtum, which it still hasn't evolved, so it makes sense. Ramtata, which is trash. A brand new Pokemon fusion of Duskull and Abra, my fault. Oh my goodness, I had a stroke. He looks really good. And we get to catch him soon. And I catch Psyfish, which looks kind of cool. And now it's time to go ahead and fight Misty. Now, Misty has 4 Pokemon in this game, and she leads off with a Starvesta, which I don't know, it looks kind of alright. But this thing was an issue for a minute. It killed almost half the team already. And then Will Fairy comes out level 20, and this thing is an even bigger monster, and I'm sending out ground type Pokemon for some reason. I can just go crazy. But I get a poison off on it, and it just keeps stacking up defenses and making me fall in love with it. And unfortunately, it's just a losing battle for this point on, and it's just not going down. Until it does, thankfully, and she sends out her Star Corona, which kind of makes Star Vesta look a little bit cooler. And this thing ran through my entire team. It was done. So obviously, you know what the best thing I had to do? Give the team rare candies. Now in the rematch, the exact same things happened, but I ended up getting to her last Pokemon, which is a Electra, which it's all right. But now I have my second gym badge. I then went and evolved my Magikarp into Giralgi and Numkey into Primerup. I get the SSN ticket from Bill, and I also see some of the evolution encounters in this game. And it's kind of weird because how they have it in this game, there are two different types of EVs. There's the EV1, then there's EVF, and it's based on toxicity. And they all have different types of evolution, meaning they use different types of like stones to be evolved into. So it's kind of weird, but you'll understand when we get to the Celadon portion of this video. And then on our way to Vermilion, I end up catching Durasprout, which I'm not gonna use this thing. And the daycare isn't open in this region, but they do give you an egg encounter, which is a Gumi and a Togepi put together. To me, looks kind of weird, but I know the demographic for this Pokemon. Now, once we get to Vermilion, I kind of wanted to show you guys the box of all the Pokemon that I've caught. Now listen, pause. This box looks crazy, bruh. It kind of sucks they don't have like a whole bunch of overworld sprites for these Pokemon, but it still looks cool nonetheless. I pick up Whoopnot, and I found Mew behind the truck, but there's a Rock Smash rock that's blocking it, and you don't get Rock Smash till like way later in the game, so they're just kind of teasing you at this point. And this is the route you can actually get Evil or Toxel and Eevee put together. So I ended up catching, I think like 3 or 4 of him, and Fanzy as well, which is Hypno and Phanpy put together. And so yeah, I caught 3 evil 1s and I caught 3 evil Fs. I get cut from the captain, and now it's time to go ahead and battle Surge. Now after sorting through a whole bunch of my channels, it's time to get our 3rd gym badge. Surge in this game has 6 Pokemon, which I don't know where you got this from, but he leads off with a Voltun, which should not be too crazy. I pretty much just, stay in there and just make sure I just go. You really just gotta just kill this thing, to be honest with you. He almost tried to kill my Gyarados, but I'm like, nah, you're not killing me, bruh. For the most part, this is a Charmeleous sweep. And then he pulls out one of the weirdest fusions I think I've ever seen in my lifetime. Raichu, which is, come on. Now, unfortunately, this Pokemon is the one Pokemon that just kind of sweep through the team, so I have to go right back in there and battle him again. I go back, and this time it's Floor Queen that ends up defeating the Raichu. And this guy came out with level 25 Watu. Boy, if you don't evolve that damn thing. And the last Pokemon I had to pretty much just deal with was a Boltern. Now, this Pokemon is so weird because it's not bad at all. And there we get our 3rd gym badge. Now from this point on all the way up to Celadon City, all I do is catch Pokemon. Pokemon that we've already seen before but couldn't catch, and a new Pokemon called Chicklet, which is a Chikorita and a Diglett put together. And this thing the evolution is crazy. I get some HMs, I get some Pokedex rewards, I cop Ambinat. We find the old Amber just sitting there, which was kind of weird seeing as they kind of removed the museum section of the game, so I guess it makes sense, but why is it just sitting there? I catch my own Cinderblue and go straight through Mount Moon, which while I'm doing that, I see this Cubone / Tyrant evolution. I like this. This is really good. I like this a lot. I'm gonna catch this, but I'm not gonna use it. I just like this. It looks cool. I catch Turthorn, which is Turtonator and Rhyhorn put together, obviously. And I'm gonna be honest, this Pokemon is making it to the final team. I love these 2 Pokemon put together, so I'm definitely using this thing for sure. Now the first order of business, the moment I get to Celadon City, you know what I do? I go to the game corner and I get every single Pokemon that's inside the reward. They have new Pokemon that I do need to complete the Pokedex, so obviously I'm gonna put in some cheat codes. It's 2025. I'm not gonna do this legit. No! And now it's time for the big evolution spree that's about to occur. Now this is a part that's gonna get sped up. I mean, bro, this is like 3 hours worth of me evolving all the Pokemon in the PC so far, because obviously, when you get to Celadon City in Fire Red and Leaf Green, you get access to the Mart. Now the Mart in Celadon has a whole bunch of evolution items that you need. And in this ROM hack, they actually added a whole bunch of different evolution methods that you can buy in the shop, like a link cable and or like a retro mail, something like that. And obviously different stones make you get different evolutions for some Pokemon. And so obviously some mons are just regular level up, some are regular moonstones, thunderstones, some are the link cable, some like it just depends on the Pokemon, you know? And by the time I get done with all of this evolution stuff, I have an entire box full of weapons. I'm talking about weapons of mass destruction. I mean, bruh, some of my favorite Pokemon from this are obviously the Venadrill that we saw, the Bug Ice Beedrill evolution, Krogon, which is like Flygon and Crobat put together. I don't know what it is about this damn Pokemon, but I like it a lot. Remember that Bond Slime Magnemite Pokemon that we saw? Well, the evolution is phenomenal, and the Magnezone evolution is really good as well. This is just a really good Pokemon. I may or may not use it, I don't know. Rock Electric's not really that crazy. The Abra Duskull evolution line is phenomenal. Alanor looks crazy. He looks so good. I wish I could use him and I wish I wanted to use him, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't use him in this playthrough like that. I really wanted to, but I was like, maybe that's too stereotypical of me, you know, if you're a long-time viewer. They fused Vulpix and Poochyena together, and obviously when you evolve it, it looks kind of weird. It looks kind of weird. I'm not really a fan of it. You can't go wrong with a Skitrevis, with fusing a Mischievous and a Skitty together and then getting Miss Scatty, which is, you know, it just looks good. It's literally just a witch. One fusion that I don't think really added much, but it's still kind of okay, is the Scyther / Corphish evolution once you evolve it into Scizor. It looks okay. I'm not really a fan of like the gold thing on its forehead. It just looks weird, but I do like the obvious, you know, the clamps. I like the little like belly, the blue part of his belly. It looks okay. It's not nothing crazy, but it looks cool. Oh yeah, I forgot all about this. Okay, so in this game, Oddish and Ralts are fused together, and the Leaf Stone gets you the Gallade evolution, and I'm pretty sure the Sunstone gets you the Bellavor evolution. And obviously I go for the Bellavor because Gardevoir is just really, really strong. So is Gallade, but I just, you know, it's Gardevoir. Plus, seeing Blossom and Gardevoir fused together is really, really cool. It looks like it could actually be a real Pokemon, low-key. This might be one of them stolen Power World designs. And lastly, this Haryanite, this Dragonite Hariyama fusion. I love this Pokemon. I am using this Pokemon. This Pokemon is getting used, bruh. Oh my god. Love it. After evolving all those damn Pokemon, I went ahead and I got our team to go and fight Erica, which is Chardragon, Garalgi, Haryanite, Bellavor, my fault, Terperior, and Electron. A full team of 6 that hopefully I see to the very end of the game. You never know. I don't know. I might feel froggy and switch. You never know. But now it's time to go ahead and defeat Erica. Erica's gym has a lot of new Pokemon that we haven't seen before, like Victrodon, Grotump, and Ursaky, which looks amazing. Let's not forget Tangwile, and lastly Lantrigus before we go ahead and battle Erica. Now I'm gonna speed this section up because I actually feel bad that you guys didn't get to see a lot of the mons that I did evolve, that I did catch during the journey to get here. And I'm be honest with you all, let me know in the comments, like I said, which one is your favorite. A lot of the good ones are not till like later in the video, so unfortunately, you know, some of these might be kinda but I do enjoy what some of these are. Some of these are really, really good. Some of these could pass like legit Pokemon or actual like Pokemon fusions. Some of these are so good. These might have been like stolen from some of the Infinite Fusion guys, low key. Real talk. Other ones not so much. You could tell like there's like they might have to pass some of these up. These are cool. Nothing too crazy, but I do enjoy some of them. I already showed you my favorites or whatever, but yeah. Now that all that's done, it's time to go ahead and battle Erica, whose first Pokemon is a Lanturgeist, which is level 32. I'm not afraid of this mon because unfortunately I leveled up past a whole bunch of like, you know, level requirements. It was my fault, I'm not gonna lie to you. But this is looking like a sweep for Garalgi. I can just go for the Poison Fang. She then sends out her Termice, which I like a lot. It's Delmise and Tauros put together, if you can't tell. This thing actually Zen headbutts me, and you know I'm poison type, so that thing just destroys me off rip, dude. Then send out Mega Trio, and I'm pretty sure I can just go ahead and just go for the full flamethrower sweep from Chardragon and be perfectly fine, to be honest with you. Valade comes out, That's nothing to me. Come on, chat. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm Big Him and Tang Wow. Chat, I'm Big Him. And there you go. I got my 4 gym badge. What are we talking about? Now that we beat Erica, it's time to go ahead and battle Giovanni, which, like I said, in this game, Team Rocket doesn't really have anything new outside of what you've already seen, unfortunately. And I kind of wish they had the admins in this game and had them have like certain type of fusions or whatever, but it's okay. That just means Giovanni gets the center stage here. And by center stage, I mean a level 25 Slonix at the beginning of the game. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not really worried about this guy. We've been Slonix before. It's nothing to just go through, whack him, right? Turd Horn gets whacked. Hippo Tongue gets wiped down, obviously. And next, he has one of the coolest Pokemon in this game, and it's Judascan, which is Kangaskhan and Dredagon put together, obviously, come on. And this mon is low-key busted, yo. But obviously, because I'm over level, it doesn't really matter how good he is until later in the video. But I actually like this mon a lot. I can't wait to catch him my damn self. But yo, this gets tough. But now that we've beaten Giovanni, I go to Saffron City to go and grab my fighting type encounters. Oh my god, you heard that voice crack? Oh my jeez. We get to see Orically, Oricorchan, and Oreotop, which you can catch in this game. Now, unfortunately, in this game, you can only get one. Well, not really. In this game, you can get both of them, but you can only get one from this specific location. It does suck that you just can't get both of them. I don't know why ROM hacks do that still, but just give the character or give the player both of the damn Pokemon. Why do y'all do that? It is an old script from Fire Red, so I'm pretty sure, you know, this is just one of those things that they just kept, because why not, right? You can't catch the other 2 evolutions in the Safari Zone, so that's fine. I then go to Lavender Tower, catch Gaston, Rolla, Ryoldar, which is Houndour and Riolu put together. I'll evolve that soon. You'll see when we get there. I catch Fantwig, which is amazing because I need this for the Pokedex, and Kuron, which I was going to have to get anyway. Battle Team Rocket, get the Pokemon Flute from Mr. Fuji, and it's time to evolve some Pokemon. I evolve Haunter into Gangarith, which looks kind of cool. Fantwig into his evolution that we've already seen before in earlier parts of the video. But now it's time to go ahead and evolve him to Terravent, which looks kind of cool. It looks kind of cool. You know me, I'm a sucker for it. Oh yeah, and here's Luckdoom, the Riolu Houndour evolution. It's okay. It's not bad. I feel like the sprite is bad, but I feel like the actual idea behind it is really good, you know? But anyway, I go ahead and grab the Snorlax, which ends up being a Snorlax and a Guzzlord fusion. Really good design, by the way. I do like this sprite. Different pose, sure, but I do like what this is. This is great. I do wish, though, that he had like the eye, or I guess like the portal mouth on his stomach instead of just like the regular Snorlax thing, but it's okay. It's cool. I like this design a lot. And now it's time to go into the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City. Now, obviously, we already have a Poripole, but you can catch one here. We ended up catching Drudascan, like I said we were going to. The new Unknown, which is Egg-Own. It's Executor and Unknown put together. They also got an Aerodactyl and Noivern fusion, which looks kind of cool. After realizing I pretty much caught all the Pokemon in the Safari Zone, I then did the usual stuff that you do in the Safari Zone in order to get the Gold Teeth and Surf. And now it's time to go ahead and battle Koga, bruh. He leads off with a Golbrava level 41, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this thing was easy. I just went through and just surfed it for the most part. Sends out Floor Queen next, and Floor Queen, it's like I said, easy, nothing too crazy. I surfed it once and it did over half. I then went and Sludge Bombed, and that was the end of Floor Queen. I'm a little bit kind of too over leveled for this gym. And I don't know whose fault that is, but maybe next time you shouldn't give me rare candies. It was an accident. Anyway, Poripole 2 comes out, and I kind of this is where the game starts to get a little bit annoying, because this thing kept like hitting, and it was just really tanking everything that I was putting out right now. And I end up sending out my Chardragon, which gets frozen, and unfortunately Chardragon goes down. I send out Superior gets destroyed. I send out Belivore. Belivore gets bodied. I think Electron kills the Poripole 2. And then Cradicruel comes out and dies. Or he kills the... Okay, yeah, okay. I'm over here getting destroyed, as you can see. I'm getting bodied. I'm gonna speed this up. I'm getting fondled. Harionite's the only reason why I'm ever able to get like really far. I thought I was gonna get really lucky. And I was until the very end, and as you can see, I ended up losing to Koga in this, and it was the bad time. That was the last Pokemon too, so I literally just said screw it and just went back up in there to just, you know, do whatever. And I'm not nuzlocking this, so obviously I can just kind of just go crazy. I could beat him 100% without the items, but I'm like, you know what, let's why not? I think I did do that in the second round too. Yeah, I'm watching this back. No items are used. I just went crazy on him, bro. I'm going crazy. Shout out to that. We got Koga's gym badge, y'all. We then go to Silphco to fight our rival, who then has the entire same team he's always had. And there's like no reason for me to do this. I get the Lapras, and now it's time for the Giovanni fight. Now, Giovanni starts off with a level 37 Hypno-Fan, and I'm gonna be honest with you, when I looked at this, I was like, is he supposed to be level 37? After I just got done fighting Koga, who had like a level 43, 45, then I remembered that the level scaling between Celadon all the way to Fuchsia City is kind of wonky. You can kind of go in any order that you do want to like do this. So you can choose the Silphco stuff and then Sabrina, or you can go to Fuchsia City and get Koga and all your HMs and stuff in the Safari Zone before. It's been so long since I played Vanilla Fire Red, as you can see. Anyway, Hypno-Fan goes down and he sends out the Hippo Tongue, which goes down again, obviously, because, you know, it's Hypno Tongue. Sends out Dreadiscon. Giralgy kind of just runs through this. I would hope so, because it is like 10 levels above them, obviously. Next is going to be the Primerupt, and that's pretty much it. The next time I do one of these, somebody remind me that, like, the level scaling in this game, it's not what you think it is. Also, I was expecting more from Giovanni, but maybe that's to be saved for his final gym battle, you know, but that's fine. Now it's gonna go ahead and battle Sabrina. Now Sabrina leads off with a level 42 Grumption, but that doesn't matter because after one Flame Wheel, she just switches this thing out into Mr. Barrel, this ugly, Now unfortunately, Mr. Barrel was able to take down Terpier, but it's fine. Bellivore came out, won it, and then after that, she sends out Hypno-Fan, which I send out Harian Knight because this thing has Earthquake. I hit him with a couple of ice punchies and he's out of there. The next mon to come out is Expressity, who obviously outspeeds me and gets a Sludge Bomb off and kills Harian Knight. I send out Gyalgy to come in and just kind of, you know, attack him with a bite. She sends Grumption back out. I go for another bite. Then Nocturne, I go for another bite. And last but not least, it's time for Alanor. One of my favorite fusions in this game, by the way. You already know what's about to happen. I go for the bite. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our sixth gym badge. Yeah. Now, do you guys remember that patch of grass that's right under Pallet Town where you can get the starters there? I ended up picking up Bulbatar and Squirtum. And while I was going down to Cinnabar, I saw one of the legendary Pokemon we're going to be having to catch after. One thing I want to point out is I do like that the legendary Pokemon are like roaming a little bit. Like you can see them on the map just like walking around and just sitting in random areas like they're in your face. What I will say though, I have a complaint with one Pokemon in particular. I'll explain later in the video when we get to him. Anyway, I go through Cinnabar Mansion, get the key, and now it's time to give Blaine this work, baby. Already off rip, I'm sending out Superior versus Turtodon, which I'm gonna be honest with you, you're already kind of weak for having this damn mon on the goddamn stage. I'm gonna be so upfront with you. I ended up digging him like 2 times. You digging me, you digging me. And then it sends out Magmortic, which is a Beartic, or yeah, it's Beartic and Magmortar put together. I love this fusion, it's really good. Ended up taking down Superior, which does suck. It sucks a lot. I then send out Gyalgy and immediately go for the Surf, which almost kills him, but unfortunately, you know, come on. Go for it again, he Hyper Potions, go for it again, and finally he's out of there. Steel Cargo comes out, that's another Surf. It's a one-shotter botter, baby. Rapid Soul comes out, that's another Surf. Darmarath, W. And last but not least, Arcanwool. That's another Surf. Give me my gym badge. And now it's time to put Giovanni in a pack. He leads off with a Hypno-Fan, come on, and he immediately puts me to sleep and then kills me. I send out Bellivore, go for the Confusion. It does nothing, as you can see. I stun Spore it, and I'm like, all right, cool. This is gonna be one of those where I just like, I don't know, I gotta do something. I go into Superior, I get put to sleep again. He uses a potion, then Psychics me. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna send out Chardragon, go for the Crunch, body that. Rillaboom comes out, Flamethrower that, it's nothing. Sandriados comes out, Flamethrower that, it literally survives with 1 thing of health. Does a little bit of damage to me, more than half. I go for the Flamethrower again, it's gone. I go into Hippo, Flamethrower again, and it just goes through him like it's nothing. He sends out Krogon, which was unfortunately able to take down Chardragon, but at this point, I'm like, all right, this is one of those battles where I just gotta do something at this point, right? I send out Harrier Knight. Harrier Knight comes in. I ice punch the dude. He sludge bombs me. I just get poisoned. I was able to take Krogon down. He has his own superior come out. I have Belvoir come out. Now this right here is a losing battle, and I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna revive my Pokemon. I send out Grealgy, immediately go for the Surf, and that is what wins me the game. Since y'all wanna use items in the battle, you know, it's perfectly fine. It's cool. I got them too, and I'm rich. And I'm rich, chat. I put that boy Giovanni in a Pacchiani, huh? Now at this point, I figure I could go and do all the legendary Pokemon catching stuff, but at the same time, I could just finish up the main story and the rest of the video could be all after game, post game stuff. And that's exactly what I do. Unfortunately for the rival battle, the final rival battle before the champion battle, he really just only has the same team, and he has the same team, spoiler alert, at the end of the game as well. So you're not really missing out on anything. I'm gonna speed it up and just have it, you know, playing in the background when I'm talking to y'all. But don't get me wrong, listen, I still have some complaints when we get to the legendary capture stuff, because there's a lot of things that this game does that I really don't like. But it's at the end of the game, so like, who really cares? Let me know in the comment section below, do you guys do the after game stuff in ROM hacks and fan games? If not, like, I understand, but let me know if you do. So while I'm going through Victory Road, I'm on the lookout for Moltres, because in this game, unfortunately, they don't have the Sevi Islands. And if you know, in the original games, Moltres is inside Victory Road. But after looking for literal hours, I could have been got out of this place. I just could not find it. So it's not in here, it's somewhere else. But after getting out of Victory Road, it's time to go ahead and challenge the Elite Four, which I messed up because unfortunately, I did not rare candy the team up to the levels that I needed to in order to battle them. I go into there, try to fight Lorelei, and she already has a level 53 Pokemon compared to my level 45. Now, I do the best that I can, but as you can tell, I get eviscerated, bruh. It's over for me. And so the next couple of minutes is going to be putting to, you know, making sure all my guys are ready. And now it's time for the Lorelei rematch, baby. Dugong list gets brick breaked. Obviously, I hit with the ice beam, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not expecting to do that much damage. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, I was gonna survive, but I guess not. Never mind. This thing runs through me. I thought I was gonna be good, y'all. As you can see, I am getting ran through. I feel like a white girl in college right now, but I'm trying my best. As you can see, you know what I'm saying. Little flamethrower was able to take out like 2 or 3 guys. This was nothing, but now it's time to go ahead and just wait for Grealgy to just come out. And Grealgy is the real MVP of this entire run, because this Mon is, I don't want to say it's broken, because it's still weak to ground, but like the amount of ground type Pokemon there are, you aren't really missing anything. Like, you can still just go crazy in this game and be fine, you know? But unfortunately, Grealgy does go out, and Syrinx, my fault, gets iron-headed, and we won. We beat Lorelei. We're good. Some of these names is hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not expecting that to happen. Now it's time for Bruno, who's the easier of the 4. He leads off with a Primerupt, and obviously I come in with Grealgy. I go straight for the Surf to make sure this thing does not do anything to me at all. He then sends out the most threatening Pokemon on his team, Urshifu, but I send out Serperior and just go straight for the Earthquake after taking whatever attack he sends out. Next is Cabucroak, and you already know I'm not surviving a damn thing this thing sends out. I send out Electron, and he switches out into Oracly, and again, I'm not surviving this. Grealgy comes out, takes it out. Lady Chow comes out, take it out. Cabucroak comes out, destroys Grealgy. Belvoir comes out, destroys Cabucroak, and then Machamp comes out, which I'm gonna be honest with you, Cofagrigus and Machamp make a really good looking fusion Pokemon. I take it out thanks to Belvoir. Love my shorty. And now it's time for Agatha, which I'm gonna be real with you, is so easy. I send out Grealgy and just spam Dragon Dance till it's time to start crunching with everything. And I do exactly that. Everything goes down. I'm gonna speed it up for you so you can just see it. It was, listen, hey, it was a bloodbath, a body bath. You know what I'm saying? I do it. And now it's time to put Lance in a pack. I say that, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna just speed this up for you guys. I got destroyed in this entire battle. I thought I was gonna be able to come in there and just destroy him. No, this guy had me. Bro, it was nasty. I had to redo the Elite Four maybe like 3 or 4 times, bro. This was crazy. Then for some reason, Agatha gave me more issues. When I got back to Lance, it was the bloodbath. Then I realized, wait a minute, he's like 10 levels above me. But you know me, at first, I'm not paying attention to the levels. I'm just like, damn, this guy is doing damage. But if you look, he's 10 levels above me. He has all the dragon types you think he'd have, but he's just raw dogging me. I'm talking about putting me in a pack, a spliff, if you will. And I'm like, damn, what I do to make him this mad? I don't know. So I said, okay, you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna go get some more rare candies, and then I'll come back and show ass. And I do exactly that. I get everybody's move sets ready, and now it's time for the real fight, the actual real fight. Come out, Giraudji comes out, Dreadiscon comes out. This thing is a monster, as you can see. I try to Dragon Dance. Unfortunately, that's just not how this whole entire thing works. I send out Harrier Knight, Ice Punch. This is a Ice Punch outrage. This is all I could do at this point in time. This was tough. I went in, got 3 guys out from Harrier Knight. Aravern comes out, takes out my G. Bellavor tries her hardest. She does the thing. You send out Gudris. I'm like, damn, this thing kind of hurts a little bit. I don't know if I can do this. I tried my hardest to knock this thing out. And as you can see, there you go. That is Lance. That was tough. But I honestly, you know, when you get leveled up, it's like, oh, I didn't think it would be that easy. But I mean, still, I almost lost there. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time for the final battle of the game, the champion battle against our rival. I'ma be honest with you. I said it earlier in the video, but this is a very disappointing battle because it's really his exact same team that he fights you with before you get to the Elite Four, but they're just like 10 levels above. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it really wasn't nothing but a Dragon Dance Giraudji spam, and it was kind of disappointing to see, to be honest with you. Poison Fang the Pidgeotry, bite the Alanor, bite the Skidon. Well, I got a critical hit on him, by the way. He gets a crit extreme speed, wins. I go for the Earthquake, destroys the Arcanine. He sends out the damn Heracross. I go for a Flamethrower. Like I said, this was so disappointing. And I thought that like this was gonna be a lot harder. Now I know you're watching me lose Pokemon while I'm saying this, but listen, this was just not a good time to go through. And it didn't help that I was getting hacks, which by the way, if you know me, I never get hacks in these damn battles. So this was great. For me, this was phenomenal. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's time that I become champion, and there you have it. But we're not done with the game, obviously. Now that we're done with the main story, it's pretty much just a legendary capture spree, which I'm gonna be real with you, isn't really much because outside of Articuno and Zapdos, all the legendary Pokemon are pretty much just walking around on the map. Like right next to Viridian City, there is the Entei Zygarde fusion. There's the Raikou and Necrozma fusion. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno are fused with the Lake Spirits. Ho-Oh is fused with Zekrom, and I'm gonna assume that Lugia was fused with Reshiram, but the problem is, I don't know where Reshiram is at. And that, my friends, is actually where I wanted to get my complaints off with this game, because I enjoyed the game. I think some of the fusion Pokemon are really, really good. I think the sprites are really good. They're not like really like cheap fusions. But the issue with me comes from the mapping. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. There are like secret sections of the map that you would have no idea exist if you did not like walk into them. Like, there's a section of the trees where there's no indication of there being like a path you can go through at all. But if you just walk up there, it'll act as if like you're walking through the walls. Then you'll go into the area, then boom, legendary Pokemon. That's how we found the Celebi. And I was like, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. That's definitely kind of weird. And then it was also really hard to find the Moltres fusion. I don't know why that was the case and why it was hard to find it. But then also some of the Pokemon weren't able to be like seen as well. They also changed the trade encounters as well, which is really, really good, because there's a moment where I was like trying to do the last bit of the Pokedex, and I was like, I don't know where the hell you want me to go to. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can do the trade encounters. And they fixed the trade encounters, but there's one Pokemon that I literally just could not find, and it's the Ponyta fusion in this game for some reason. I went to the areas where it said it was going to be at. There's no area on the map it can be at. So I'm like, okay, cool, it must be a trade evolution. It's not any of the trades or whatever. I'm confused. I don't know what is going on. So I literally put on the cheat codes or whatever. I walked through all the walls, can't find nobody. I went and got the Mimikyu and Mew fusion, looks really cool. But like legit, like I'm gonna be real with you, the last bit of this game was kind of rough to get through, and I'm happy that like me playing the game is over now, because I kind of was just like, oh, this is kind of rough to go through. This is a little bit too rough for me to like just get through, and unfortunately, I won't be able to get all of the Pokemon, but I actually did. I literally just maybe missed like two encounters, which was the Ponyta Rapidash fusion, like I said. But other than that, like, man, this is a really enjoyable game. I had a great time. Let me know in the comment section below. Like I said in the beginning of the video, what is your favorite fusion Pokemon from this video? And with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. This is actually my first time making a video like this. I'm actually very scared to see how this video does, and I'm very scared to see how you guys like it or the new style or whatever. But yeah, leave a like and a comment. I'll talk to y'all in the next one. That's gonna be it for the boy. Bye.